has provide a large number of scholarship for international students across the world, especially I think the main focus is African
Africa,
countries.
yeah, there are a lot of African students in
African
China. Oh,
you can
then yeah,
you can come to
especially
you
students
can
from Cameroon. We
oh
have so
from
many
Cameroon,
Cameroonians here
yes,
in China studying.
in China they are studying, and actually I.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite boy Innominis. Today I met one of my classmates, one of the most intelligent person I've met so far in China. In fact, this guy is so amazing, and I will be having a discussion with him to let him tell us how his experience in China has been. He will equally tell us how long he has been in China and how does it feel to be in China, as well as tell us if it's advantageous to study in China or not. Hello, sir.
Hello,
Hello, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. Very
Yeah,
welcome.
Inomine. What's your name, please?
My name is Alemi from Afghanistan.
Oh, Alemi from Afghanistan. Oh, I'm from Cameroon. Do you know where Cameroon is?
Yes, I have some classmates from Cameroon.
Okay, sir. Today I just want to go straight. How long have you been in China?
I have been in China for 4 years. By 2017, I come to China. 1 year I studied Chinese language. Then by 2018, I have started my major, and by 2021, I graduated from my master's degree. Later, I started my PhD in comparative education.
Oh, that's amazing. How does it feel? How does it feel studying in China? What's your experience so far as a foreigner studying in China?
For me as a foreigner, by the first time I came to China, I didn't know at least one Chinese word, and it was very complicated. But by the way, step by step, I tried my best to improve my Chinese, and then I learned Chinese, and I could communicate with Chinese people. I do believe studying in China has its own advantages. So the advantages are very more than disadvantages. Of course, there are some disadvantages because for those who cannot speak Chinese, or for those who are not interested in learning language, it could be difficult to come to in a country without knowing their culture, without knowing their languages. But personally, for me, I could say that China is a good place. It is my desired place to study. That's why I have been in China for 4 years, and still I'm doing my PhD, and I will continue my study here in China.
Okay, is it possible to successfully study in China without learning the Chinese language?
Nowadays, according to the some policies that the Chinese Ministry of Education applied, there are some universities that they provide a program taught in English. I think most international students are interested to those programs that are taught in English, and I think it's a good opportunity for international students to come to China and gain the knowledge and pursue their education in China.
Oh, that's amazing. You just made mention of Chinese language, man. I don't know my problem with Chinese language. Since I came to China, I'm finding it so hard to master that language, man. It's so difficult. I don't know. Like, what has been your experience with Chinese people? Like, mingling around the society with Chinese people, maybe go shopping. How is their reaction towards you? Is it friendly?
Very friendly. I could say that Chinese people first, when they met foreigners, they very openly welcome foreigners to China, and they really wanted to help foreigners for their staff. So I think their behavior, when they are behaving, is completely good. That's let me add something that it rooted to Chinese culture, according to Chinese culture and Chinese society affected by Confucius, and Confucius says that you have to respect each other, you have to gain the knowledge from others, and you have to have your own knowledge as well. Not forget your own knowledge and gain knowledge from other society. That's why Chinese people try to get in touch with foreigners to learn from them and also to transfer their own culture to them as well.
Okay, what can you say to those who intend to study in China, those who are from Afghanistan who intend to study in China? Do you think it's a good decision for them to come and study in China or not?
Of course, not only for Afghanistan, but for most people in the world, it's very. I think it's a good benefit that you can understand the language of 1.4 billion people in the world. It's a good benefit. I think it's a good decision if you come to China and learn the Chinese language. You know, Chinese language is a very rich language actually. So I recommend guys, especially talented guys who are interested in knowledge, that come to China at the same time experience classic education and modern education in China.
Wow, that's good. I don't know if this question I'm about to ask is a little bit more intimate, but I think we should just you told me you are married, right?
Yes.
You have a wife and kids.
Yeah.
So how do you feel living in China with your family?
Honestly, living with family at the same time that you are a student without a stable job is a little bit challenging. By the way, it is a real fact. But
Yeah.
by the way, my family is good. My daughter, I have a 7 years old daughter. She is going to school, and her Chinese is very good, and even more than me. It's the same like Chinese. Then I think it's good, and I recommend those who are capable and have no problem. They can bring their family in China and enjoy their life in China and pursue their education in China as well.
So is your daughter? You said she's 7 years old. Is she undergoing the Chinese educational system, or she's going to maybe an international school where she's been taught in English? Is she taught in Chinese?
Her program taught in Chinese, and you know, in China, 9 years is compulsory education is applicable for all Chinese, and fortunately, international student, international kids can also use from this opportunity. My daughter goes to Zhejiang Xiaoxue, Zhejiang
Yes.
Xiaoxue, Zhejiang Primary School, Zhejiang Normal University Primary School, and her
Yes.
program taught in Chinese.
So how do you feel when you send your daughter to a complete Chinese school to study Chinese language, to learn the Chinese culture? Don't you feel worried in any way, given the fact that from China you're gonna go back home?
You know, for kids, it's really easy to learn Chinese and to be integrated with the new culture, right?
Yeah.
So she has no problem in learning Chinese. As I already mentioned, her Chinese is very good, by the way, and she can acquire knowledge here in Chinese school. I think being integrated with new culture is a process which is difficult for elder
Yes.
clients,
Yes.
but
For
for
elderly people.
yeah, for
Someone
elder
like
people,
myself, I find
yeah.
it very difficult to.
But for kids, it's okay. They can easily enjoy. They can easily be integrated with Chinese kids. And now I feel that when I go home, my daughter calls some of her Chinese friends, and
Yeah.
sometimes invite them to her room, and then
Yes.
sometime go to
Yes.
their
Yeah.
room. Yeah,
Oh,
it's the way of life.
that's interesting, man.
Yeah.
So is she taught in English or in Chinese?
In Chinese, her program taught in Chinese.
It's Chinese. Therefore, means a Chinese
Yes,
school name.
very good.
Wow.
太好了.
So, how do you manage your family in China? Couple the fact that you are a student, and you know, in China, it's illegal for students to work, right? So, how do you cope with your family, your wife, or your wife is working?
No, as you know better, every international student is abide by Chinese regulation on law, and we have to follow the Chinese rule. According to Chinese rule and law, we cannot do any work by student visa. That's why I have no jobs, and at the same time, my wife has no job. Before my
Imagine, man,
yeah
it's not easy on you.
yeah before my family, my parents actually supported me. They sent some their support to us. But by the way, nowadays I'm enjoying CEC
Yeah, the Chinese
scholarship.
scholarship. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
by that money, I try my best to manage my
Yeah.
life.
Yes, just to say something concerning the Chinese scholarship is very important, especially for students who know that financially strong they are not. So if you want to come to China, I would advise you to go in for the Chinese government scholarship, the CSC. I think with that you can better manage your stay in China, as part of a part of your fee will be paid and some money given to you monthly. So I think that's the best scholarship for international students to apply in China. Okay, sir.
And one thing more I want to add here is that not only CEC scholarship, there are many types of scholarship, other types of scholarship that international student can apply to Chinese universities.
Yes.
So nowadays, China, after let me say, tell you, after open up policy, China has provide a large number of scholarship for international students across the world, especially. I think the main focus is African
Africa,
countries.
yeah, there are a
You
lot of
know,
African students in
African.
China. Oh,
You can
then yeah,
come to
especially
yeah, you
students
can
from Cameroon. We have so
from
many
Cameroon,
Cameroonians here in
yes,
China studying.
in China they are studying, and actually I have seen many Cameroonian guys that they are very talented. After graduation, they
Yeah.
got very good job in
Yes,
China and even in
yes,
some other countries.
yes, yes.
So never, how to say, you can apply not only in CSE, never think only about CSE. There are many other opportunities, educational opportunities that you can pursue your education and gain a very good knowledge from China. At the same time, when you come to China, you can gain Chinese culture, which is the richest culture, and has more than 5,000 years history.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's good. So, what has been your difficulties, your challenges so far, staying in China as a foreigner?
Sometimes I face some. So life is not without. As you know, life is difficult, and
Yeah.
everyone has some problem. I have some times I face some very small problems
Yeah.
that I could manage by myself. I think.
Oh, okay, okay. So basically, we can just conclude that at least China is not offering you the best and it's not offering you the worst.
Yeah.
Couple the fact that you're here with your family, you can't work because you're a student, you depend on the scholarship and maybe support from your parents.
Yeah, I received some support from my parents, and I have at the same time I enjoy from scholarship from CEC scholarship. That's a good opportunity for me, and I do believe that after graduation I will can find a good job in China or other countries.
Yes, yes, yes. So, what do you have to tell those students who are not financially feasible but they want to come to China to study, having in mind that when they come to China, they can get a job, do one or two things, and pay their fee?
One thing which is really important to be mentioned that if the purpose of coming to China is only study, that could be okay. At the same, actually, international student in China cannot do any work based on Chinese regulation and law. So that's very important, and we should follow the rule. And this is the rule in China, and we have to follow the rule.
Yes.
It's very good, I think.
Yes, this one should
But
be.
if you are qualified enough, if you are talented enough, then you can you can receive some scholarship. Schools and university in China support those who are talented. This is a fact.
Yes,
This is a
yes.
fact that you
Yes, that's
yourself
true.
knows
Yes.
that. If you're talented, your school will support. If you are a hardworking student, your school will support you. If you are an outstanding student, most obviously school will support you.
Yeah, and it's good to know that you can come to China and study for more than 5 years without paying fee, without paying any tuition. So if you are an intelligent student, you are smart, you can basically study in China and live without paying any tuition fee.
Yes.
The condition is hard work, read, study, perform excellently, respect school rules, And I bet you.
Yes, key
You'll be
factors.
performant.
The first one, hardworking,
Yeah.
being punctual, being outstanding, follow the rules. And the final one is success.
That's
Right?
it. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. It was
Thank you so
a
much.
pleasure talking
Thank
to
you
you.
so much.
It was a pleasure. Okay, see you. Okay, guys. Bye. I promise to update you guys with content. And if you enjoy this program, why not give a thumbs up, share, and comment? You know, always say that. See you. It's your guy, Inomine. Thank you.